morning, everyone. I'm Lauren, the traffic reporter. How's everybody doing this morning? All right. It is great to see so many of you ready to know it, fight it, and end it by walking or running today in the fight against pancreatic cancer. So many of you are connected to the disease, and I want to tell you why I'm here, because I've been affected by it as well. In the summer of 2006, my uncle was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and at the time, I'd never even heard of it. So in doing some research, I found out about PanCan, and I got involved, and I went down to Miami and ran the half marathon down there and raised a whole bunch of money. My uncle had been deemed inoperable, and he was treated at Columbia Presbyterian and through the doctors and treatments there. How long has it been, Uncle Marty? 7 years? My Uncle Marty is standing right here. Please give it up for him, a fighter. It was not an easy fight, as many of you know. And I'm giving it to Carla Marie.
Good morning, Purple Stride, New Jersey. How are you guys doing? Oh, come on, there are a lot of you out there. Let's hear it a little louder. Good morning, guys. Purple Stride, New Jersey is an incredible way for our community to come together. We're raising awareness and critical funds in the fight against pancreatic cancer. Your generous support is helping to fund the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network's effort to support patients who have been diagnosed with the disease and their families, for advocacy, for community outreach, and to ensure that life-saving research continues and increases. I'd like to recognize our top 3 individual and team fundraisers now. Teams, please send one representative up to get your certificate. The #1 fundraising team of over $13,700 is Team Jane. Congratulations, Team Jane. And for our individual fundraisers, #3 with $6,572, I love this guy, Michael Weinstein. Michael himself is a survivor and he is awesome. #2 with $7,510, Melissa Witzel. And the top fundraiser for the 2013 Purple Stride, New Jersey, individually with $8,400 so far, is Michael Summer. Congratulations to all of you today and to everyone that has helped donate money to these teams, to your own team. You guys are all awesome, and all the donations you've worked hard to raise will immediately be put to good use by the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. Today we are joined by a special guest who is committed to helping us end it. He is a friend of mine and media representative of the Northern New Jersey affiliate, Todd Cohen.
Thanks for everyone being here. Wow, what a sea of purple. I didn't expect this. It was the June of 2012. All the volunteers from the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network were in a ballroom in Washington, D.C. I was sitting at a table with the members of the New Jersey contingent. I looked to my right and I saw a teddy bear masquerading as a man. I introduced myself to this very burly gentleman who told me his name was Bob Brown. After an hour-long talk, I learned that this man with a common name had really nothing common about him. He told me this amazing story about his life, how he'd been blessed with a loving family, how he was a Yankees fan, automatically he scored huge points with me, how he'd been given a second chance of life and wanted to make the most of it, and how he'd been told that he had pancreatic cancer. Instead of sitting home and focusing on his unfortunate diagnosis, Bob became a leader in the fight against pancreatic cancer and a symbol of hope. Sadly, Bob lost his fight with pancreatic cancer this past August, after a 5.5-year battle with this disease. While we can still see his amazing speeches and read his work, his legacy lives on in his wife, who he called his corner woman, Linda, and his children, Taylor and Colton, who he called his motivation engine. Just like so many others, like my dad, who lost his battle to this disease 11 years ago, it's up to us to carry the torch that you passed on to us. I'd like to close with 5 words that Bob always closed with. Stay strong, stay a survivor. Thank you.
Thank you, Todd. Many of us are here to honor the life of someone we've lost or someone who is currently battling the disease.
We're good.
Steve Poliansky.
I'm Lizzie.
Izzy going down. Steve I. Team Susan. Susan Frieden.
Debbie. Cooley. My grandmother.
Love you, Mom! Michael, Purple, Army. Susan. Dad. My husband. Team Poppy.
Team Poppy.
Team Gomez. May he rest in peace.
We're also here because we don't want to sit back and watch as this disease continues to take its toll. We're standing up for what we believe in because we believe in hope and we believe in progress. Yes, pancreatic cancer continues to take the lives of people we love, but there is hope. Hope is represented by the courageous survivors who are with us this morning and who are standing up front. Can we have all of the survivors here today? Please raise your hands. I want to see them. I know you're out there. For those survivors in the crowd, we do have seats up front near the stage for you. Survivors, we're inspired by your courage to be here this morning, and we're behind you every step of the way. You are the heroes in this fight. Now it is my honor to introduce you to a courageous and inspiring person who defines the word hope every single day. Please welcome your fellow walker, Franco Jurisic.
Thank you, Lauren. So it was just about this time in the fall of 2008, and I was on top of the world. Not only was I a new father, I was preparing to run the New York City Marathon. And life was very good until I noticed subtle signs that something was wrong. And on Halloween, after a biopsy with my father at my bedside, my gastroenterologist at Robert Wood Johnson diagnosed me with pancreatic cancer. The marathon was just 2 days away, but that was not a priority anymore. Now it was a race for survival. Unfortunately, there are no diagnostic tools for pancreatic cancer, nothing akin to a colonoscopy or mammogram. In the absence of these types of screening tools, it is only when symptoms like back pain, digestive issues, or jaundice present themselves that most individuals discover the disease. That needs to change. That's why these types of awareness-raising events are so important, because together we can know it. I went home from the hospital that afternoon to go trick-or-treating with my 2-year-old twins for the first time, sobbing and wondering how many more memories I would get to share with them. Instead of spending the weekend running the race of my life, my wife and I were too preoccupied with our disbelief and tears. By Monday, we knew we had only one option: to pick ourselves up off the floor, dry our eyes, and do everything we could to beat this disease. Mine has been, so far, the very best case scenario. Unfortunately, I also know the other, more typical outcome. My father was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in June of 2012 and passed away 7 weeks later. So I worry about the genetic component to the disease. It would be tragic if my children faced the same dreadful odds in 40 years as their grandfather and father faced. This is a disease that is the 4th leading cause of cancer death in the United States, and a recent report said that if the trend continues, it could rise to the 2nd leading cause by 2020, and as early as 2015. Together, we can fight it. The best way I know to make a difference is to volunteer for the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network. The Pancreatic Cancer Action Network is the national organization creating hope in a comprehensive way through research, patient support, community outreach, and advocacy for a cure. Incidentally, I ran the marathon a year after my diagnosis, and it is mostly by God's grace that I'm able to count myself among the mere 6% of pancreatic cancer patients that survive for 5 years. So all those folks that raised their hands are all just exceptional, amazing stories. Yeah. So thank you all for coming. It's just wonderful to see all of you here, and we are the ones that are going to make a difference. So just remember that together we can know it, fight it, and end it. Thank you.
Thank you, Franco, for sharing your story. And what he forgot to mention is that he also just ran the marathon last weekend and finished in 4:09. That is awesome. Congratulations, Franco. You're an inspiration to all of us. Community, what we've learned today, is that's what Purple Stride is all about. And by being here this morning, you've made a bold statement that you are a part of our dedicated and passionate community, and you want to help change the course of this disease. David Cho knows the challenge of pancreatic cancer because his mother was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer in November 2011. He volunteers enthusiastically and walks today to remember Tanny Cho, who taught him to live life to its fullest, remember her love for her family and friends, and to be inspired to make a difference. David Cho wants to make sure that the world knows about pancreatic cancer. He shares his experience, strength, and hope so that you will be comforted to know that you are not alone. All of you are here and around the PanCan Nation are his family now, and let's wish and hope that great breakthroughs are achieved so that no one else, no survivor, no caregiver, no family member, no loved one will have to endure what David did. David wants to make sure that the world knows about pancreatic cancer. If you've got a Know It ribbon like David, please raise it high above your head and hold it up there. Just like David is, the Know It ribbons.
Michael Weinstein joined the fight because he was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in November of 2005. Michael credits the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network and people like you for offering hope and a sense of community to patients everywhere. He will keep fighting every day. If you've got a Fight It ribbon like Michael, please hold it up over your head and keep it there. Wow, that looks great.
Dr. Carpizo is here to help end pancreatic cancer. As a pancreatic cancer surgeon and researcher, Dr. Carpizo not only treats patients at Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey, but his laboratory is investigating a new drug to treat pancreatic cancer that targets one of the most commonly mutated genes in pancreatic cancer. He will keep working hard until the day that we end this disease. If you've got an End It ribbon like Dr. Carpizo, please hold it above your head. That looks so cool from up here, you guys have no idea. We're all here to know it, fight it, and end it. And just as David, Michael, and Dr. Carpizo are doing right now, we invite you to use the Velcro on the back of your ribbon and connect it with someone next to you. And hold them up.
These ribbons represent the power of our connection to each other and the strength of our community's determination to know it, fight it, and to end it.